friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and since everyone else is putting out a video, I'd like to talk about the future of the Game Changers program at Star Wars Galaxy Heroes and with Capital Games. And that is, there isn't one. Now, as you went through and you probably have read in the post on the forum, or if you've seen Arnold's video or Mobile Gamer, I think Cubs fan Han has one as well. They talk about what happened and why it happened and kind of the pros and cons, and Arnold actually goes into a lot of discussion about his end, and it's really neat to kind of see how this has affected different players or different content creators. And I'd like to give you my perspective. Now, first and foremost, like Arnold, he said thank you to all of his people, and he held out that sign. I'm gonna say woot to 5,000, right? I couldn't have done it without you guys. Now, this doesn't mean I'm gonna stop making content or quality content. Let's face it, the content of my work's not always quality, but it's fun to make. Now, that being said, though, guys, here's the thing. Here's the real truth. The other game changers or former game changers are not telling you, okay? Now, first and foremost, they could all be right. They could all be saying exactly what CG and Capital Games is, I mean, everything that we saw from CG Eric could be accurate. Everything that we see from whoever else could be dead on accurate, and probably is. With conspiracy theories, that's the simplest reason, like Occam's razor. It's probably the obvious reasons that it is. However, I have uncovered some alternative reasons. We might call them alternative facts, alternative possibilities, why the Game Changers program was actually shut down. And I have 3 really good ones. Okay? So you ready for this? Number 3. We all know that Walt Disney is not actually dead. Right? He's not. He's not dead. He's been ruling the Disney Corporation for years. And very much like the transfer of essence that took place within all of those other, past characters. Plagueis has probably transferred his essence into Snoke, who probably transferred his essence into Kylo Ren. Walt Disney just transferred his essence into his son, who then transferred his essence into who's that one guy? Bob Iger, who is kind of like puppeteering everything, right? So really, Walt Disney is not happy with the state of this game. Why? Because he has a personal grudge against Arnold T101. And you might think to yourself, why would anyone hold a personal grudge against that man? He is a jewel. I like Arnold. He's a great guy, right? I met him once. Really nice guy. And let's face it, the real reason has been in plain sight this whole time. Arnold T101 is a robot sent back from the future to stop an apocalypse where Disney rules the world. That makes the most sense. Now, you ask yourself, well, why would he name himself Arnold T101 and run a YouTube channel? Well, first off, he's a smart man, right? He's hiding in plain sight. He also got a law degree, so he's trying to work the system from within. I mean, I see no problems with this. This is clearly what's happening, right? And Walt Disney is like, I'm done. This is not cool. Kill it, right? Now, that's not going to stop him, right? As you see in his video, he has over 100,000 subs, and deservedly so. And that's no jest. I mean, he's a great guy. His content is amazing. I love it. But he's just been a thorn in the side of Disney for too long. And I think they think that this is going to stop him, and it won't. And it won't, right? Now, the second reason. Capital Games is not actually a company. Now, we know that they share one computer. That's not a running joke. That's a fact. What Capital Games is is a series of holographic images created by one computer, very much like the monolith in A Space Odyssey, or 3001 A Space Odyssey, or whatever that movie is. It's essentially that. Again, comes in Arnold. They figured out that he's the droid, their robot that was sent back in time to stop them, and friction happened, which of course it's going to, right? And so all of this makes sense, right? You've got this monolith who's going through creating this game, which occupies so much of our time, and we love it, and it's fun, and it's wonderful, it's whatever, right? But then they discover that, unbeknownst to them, they've brought on an official, unofficial, or an unofficial, official, however they want to say it, content creator in the form of Arnold T101, who's trying to break them down from the inside. I totally get why they would want to do that. And that's, neither... again, it's totally logical. It makes a ton of sense. The third reason. I broke it. Now, this is also plausible. Now, if you guys remember, I left the Game Changer program back in August of last year. It was like August, September-ish. And, it was a mutual leaving. And I think took a sabbatical is officially what it was called. But I wasn't part of the Game Changer program anymore. And I didn't get early information. I continued to make my videos. My videos were very speculative. My channel has always been speculative. My channel has always been, what's coming out? What do I want to see? What it was, it's never really about the content. It's about, having fun on the internet. And that's what I do, right? Because I reached out to the guy who was running the program a while before Christmas. I was like, hey, I'd love to come back. I enjoy what you're doing. I've made some suggested changes, whatever. That email I think got forwarded to CG Eric, and it was like, hey, Eric's like, hey, what's up? Let's talk. And I told him, I said, look, my channel is all about conspiracy. It's all about what I want to talk about. And it's not really about the heart of the game. It's not about the mechanics of the game. It's about the fun of the game. It's about collecting. It's from a collector's point of view. And with that, he's like, well, do you need early access? And I was like, no, I don't need early access. In fact, that takes away my credibility if I do get early access to any information. So what's funny about this whole thing, I think I broke it. And if that's the case, I apologize. I really do. To all the other content creators, to all the other game changers, if I did this, I'm sorry. Mea culpa. But as has been stated, I think, with Arnold definitely, and I think Cubs fan Han even mentioned this, and others, the change is actually going to be beneficial. Not just for content creators, not just for the game changers themselves, but also for other content creators who are not game changers. This is going to allow, I think, more access to the devs, to you guys. I think that they won't feel obligated to come to us first. They can go to whoever the heck they want to, which I think they should be able to do. And there's a ton of great content creators out there who aren't and never were part of the Game Changer program, who have a huge following. And, if they want to reach out to CG and say, hey, I'd love to have you on, I think it's a great idea. I think it's a wonderful idea because your audience has that. Now that I've said that, I think, I'm sure that now that this program's over, CG will probably be flooded with people like, hey, hook me up. Hit me up with an interview. And, depending on whatever, they might hit you with that. I think that it's a great idea. Instead of focusing on a smaller group of content creators, reaching out to the bigger community, I think is good. That being said, my channel's not going to change. I'm going to continue covering Star Wars. I'm going to continue covering Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I'm going to talk about whatever I want to talk about. And that's just been my channel all along. And that's what I like to do and plan to do and will continue to do for the foreseeable future. That being said, my friends, I am not opposed to donations or to flat out plane tickets out to Capital Games where I can actually do some personal reconnaissance, where I can go through and kind of spy on them. I mean, Capital Games, if you guys want to fly me out, I can wear like a houseplant and you won't even know I'm there. And I'll just be a fly on the wall or a houseplant in the corner, and I'll listen to what you guys have to say and I'll report back to the community. I think that would be wonderful, mostly because I'm already thinking about how I can turn a houseplant into like a costume to do that. It would be awesome. And I think we would all want to see that. So, followers, subscribers, friends, CG Carey, Eric, I'm looking at you guys. Balls in your court. Throwing that out there. Houseplant, totally feasible. I bring the houseplant, you get the tickets. We can make this work, right? Especially if Hondo's coming out. And that is an excellent segue into the last thing I'm going to talk about today, guys. I have a video that I'm working on. I've talked about this, I think, in my first ever interview with the guys over at the Escape Podcast. I am making a Hondo Ohnaka music video. Now, it has changed a little bit from the country Hondo Ohnaka music video that I had originally talked about, but we'll see how that comes out. Guys, like, subscribe, share. Let me know what you think. What do you think about the future of this? What do you think about how this is all playing out? What do you think about the future of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes? I am personally very excited. I think this game has a bright future. I think this is just one of many changes that are set to come in the next couple of months and or years. And I do mean years, guys. I think this game's going to be around for a while. With that, like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at RealGoingNerdy. Join me at goingnerdy.com while I post occasionally about other things not necessarily related to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, but just other random crap that seems to pop into my mind. Obviously all around the idea of being a nerd. Guys, this has been Thaddeus, and as always, my friends, smile and stay nerdy.